Alright, this is going to be our review. This is video 1. Number 1 says asking us for domain. And again, that is our x value. So I'll look at my x's and put down all my x values. My range is my y values. So I put on all my y values that I see. And then if it's a function, I'm going to look only at my x values and ensure that they do not repeat, which they do not. So yes, it is a function. Number 2, it's in a table. Same thing. I'm going to look at my x, then my y. My domain is -4, -3, 0, and -3. My range, 8, 1, -5, and 2. Because there is repeating x's, this is not a function. Here, they are showing us in a table, in a graph, sorry. And these are discrete values, meaning they are not continuous. That's why they are not connected with a line. What we want to do is take each one of them, starting with the further left, and just write down the numbers with the x and y, putting the x value on the domain, so the x value is -5, and the y value on the range, which is +3. Then I go to the next one, -3 and -3. Next one, 0, 1. Next one, 2 and -3, and the last one, that is 5 and 2. And again, I look at my x values, and even though this one's not continuous, it does not have repeating x values, so it is a discrete function. When they put it in this form here, by mapping, same thing, 0, 4, and 9, then 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then what I want to do is again look at my x. I see that this x goes to 2 of them, so that means that that x repeats. So this is not a function. So far, 1 through 4, just asking about domain and range. Here, they give us a graph and they want us to determine the domain and the range. This domain of this graph will continue to go on forever, and it keeps spreading, so it's all real numbers on the x. And then on the range, the same thing. It'll go on forever, so all real numbers on the range. The function, if I draw vertical lines, I will see that they don't touch twice. So yes, it's a function. And then when it comes down to zeros, what they're asking is, where does it touch the x-axis? And that is our zeros. Those are our solutions. And for that, we're just going to put exactly where that is. So that is -1, 1, and 2. So when it says zeros, it's looking for when the graph touches the x-axis. When we look at this next graph, when I look at the domain, it starts here, and then it goes to the left. So x is less than or equal to +3, because it's every value less than 3. When I look at the range, this graph is going to keep growing. So when I look at the range, it's going to be all real numbers. Then to decide if it's a function, again, I'm going to draw vertical lines, and now I notice that it touches twice, so therefore not a function. And it only has 0 once, right here, where it touches the x-axis at 3. Alright, this is video 1 of our review.